Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Great Witches weapon assist evolutions that have just come to Japan. So the Great Witches are Madoo, Reeche, Zela, Saline, and Vero, and these are the first 7-star Godfest exclusives. They are animated, they have crazy high weighted stats, they are gaining Limit Break Super Awakenings in Japan, they already have that already, and now they are going to be gaining weapon assist evolutions. So for the most part, these cards are incredibly rare to roll, and when you convert one to a weapon assist evolution, it is a permanent process. You cannot reverse or undo this, so do not convert these to weapon assists unless you're 100% sure you can actually utilize them well, and you should ideally keep them in their base or evolved forms and don't convert to weapon assist anytime soon because, well, it's irreversible and they're arguably better in their base forms. So at this point in time, they have only released 3 right now, Madoo, Reeche, and Zela. So Madoo's hat is kind of underwhelming. Like, you can see the awakenings on the right hand side. It's got 4 rows, the combo orb awakening, and just regular health. So it just almost feels like a glorified Red Sonja weapon assist, but this is a 7-star Godfest exclusive we're talking about. They are animated, and I think I can make it play. Will it work? Let me just double check if the window keeps there. Excellent. So it's not that great of a weapon assist. Like, fire rows are not really that in demand. If you're doing like red row farming, you probably have Red Sonja weapon assist lying around. Damage is oftentimes not an issue, so this is going to be quite an expensive process to do because Madoo is actually still a reasonably strong leader in her evolved form. And as with all weapon assists, their active skill does not change. It's still going to be +2 combo count for 1 turn and then 2 turn delay to enemies. That active skill itself is kind of a weird combination. It's combining 2 different elements that don't have really good synergy. When you want combo count, you want to kill things. So delaying it does not do much for it, so it's kind of a weird thing overall. So Madoo's is quite disappointing in my opinion. Next is Reeche, and Reeche is the big winner from this batch of weapon assist evolutions because Reeche has TPA, full bind immunity, and bonus health. So there are many different full bind immunity weapon assists available now. We have Nicol Bolas, we have Mutt, we also have one of the cards from the Sword Art Online. The name is eluding me, but we have several options at this point in time. But the thing is, Reeche possibly is the best fit overall because they have a strong active skill if it ever charges up. It takes a small eternity to charge up 30 or 35 turns, but the active skill itself is powerful. But it's also blue, as well as providing a TPA. And right now, one of the strongest blue cards that are vulnerable to binds is blue or Beach Fujin. And Beach Fujin can get the stat transfer, which are huge because these Great Witches have massive weighted stats. You will have the full bind immunity, so you can take the 7 combo Super Waking. So Beach Fujin is now a 777 combo card with full bind immunity and a TPA thrown into the mix at the same time, as well as having a bit of extra health from the Awakening. So this is definitely an incredible application, but the fact that their active skill is such a long cooldown and the fact that it's actually a useful active even if it does charge up means that Reeche's weapon assist is incredibly valuable. Furthermore, Reeche tends to have pretty low value as a duplicate. So if you have 2 Reeches, it's probably going to be a good idea to even convert one of them to a weapon assist because, well, you're not going to be really ever running 2 Reeches at the same time because when you think about it, a Reeche can charge up in 10 turns anyways. How often do you need this type of Fujin-style active skill? Probably not that often, so it's unlikely you're going to be needing 2 Reeches, so converting them to a weapon assist form can definitely be advantageous. And then lastly is Zela. So let's see if I can get it to play. There we go. Zela's weapon assist is basically the same as Madoo's, except their active skill is a lot stronger in my opinion. You got the 4 wood rows, which are just, oh, well, that's kind of awkward. We don't really use wood rows that often, to be honest. Maybe on Sylvie teams it can have some merit, but Sylvie herself is not that incredible. It's got the full bind immunity as well as the heal, the health bonus. So again, full bind immunity with this card can definitely help any wood cards that are vulnerable to binds, but again, we may not necessarily need that as well. But their active skill itself is still quite powerful. Being able to get a bicolor board with hearts and wood as well as +2 combo count is incredibly valuable. You can always make a strong VDP board that's going to hit 7 or more combos pretty much, and you're able to basically pierce through anything. You can follow up attack, you can VDP, you can do lots of different options. So the Zela's hat is still strong in my opinion, just because the active skill it comes with, but obviously it's restricted to wood-based teams, and it's a less flexible compared to Reeche's because Reeche has a bigger window of opportunity. One thing I realized I may not have touched upon enough is Madoo's Combo Orb Awakening. So the Combo Orb Awakening is kind of an awkward mechanic at this point in time because you have to match exactly 12 orbs. Matching exactly 12 is not exactly an easy thing to do, and then you only get one orb falling down that has the bonus combo. So on a board, you only can have a maximum of 3 combo orbs at any given time. So if you, say, inherit Madoo's hat onto, say, a Reeche team, you make your blob of 12, and then bam, you have actually 3 enhanced combo orbs falling down. So you hit your maximum every time you match 12. But in all honesty, it's still a very restrictive type of awakening. It's hard to really capitalize upon, and it really needs to be changed or modified, in my opinion, to really see true value moving forward. So as well, Reeche's hat is definitely the strongest because what I look for in a weapon assist is either providing amazing awakenings, so Reeche's definitely provides that. You want to have either a very strong active skill, and Reeche's active skill is strong under the right scenarios, or you want to have a very long charging up period. Because the longer your charging up period, that means you have a bigger window of opportunity to provide skill delay protection. So let's say we're playing through a dungeon and we encounter like Tsubaki or Hephaestus Dragon. Those have 10 and 15 turn skill delay preemptives. If you have an inherit with a crazy long cooldown, you're going to protect that base active skill much more easily. And Reeche is kind of accomplishing all these things. So we don't know what Salient or Vero is going to look like. It could be anything in all honesty, so we just have to wait in time. The evolution materials required for the Great Witches is incredibly hard. They're going to require 4 different hard to acquire, hard to evolve Descend bosses, so it's going to be a long process to actually do. So it's going to take the average player quite some time to accumulate them. But on the bright side, because we have this update 2 to 3 months after Japan, we have time to prepare. But again, I would not convert any of my Great Witches to a weapon assist form unless I had duplicates and I could really actually utilize them in some way, shape, or form. So the main thing that I can really foresee is that the precedence this is setting, how Gung-Ho is making these super rare and hard to acquire cards even more valuable, but not necessarily improving their rolling rates. So we're getting to the point where the game is shifting, like power creeping itself into higher rarities. At one point in time, the game was very 6-star Godfest exclusive dominated because those are the cards you needed to succeed. Now we're shifting into rare collab cards, so you need the 6 stars to trade for the rare collab cards, but we also need to have now these 7-star cards to trade in for the super rare collab cards like, say, Ideal and the Heroine, Dragonbound Dragon Caller, as well as them having just so much more value overall compared to a regular 6-star Godfest exclusive. So this is not necessarily an ideal trend they're going towards. They're still kind of reinstating the idea that it's hard to acquire the really rare and valuable cards in this game. So I guess time will only tell of how fair this is going to be moving forward. But let me know what you think about the Great Witches weapon assist in the comments below, and if you think this is a good direction for the game to be heading towards. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day. I wish you all the best of luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.